Alrighty, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. All randos and news, and welcome back to all those folks that decided to stick with me and subscribe, and all of those who are still waiting to push that button. Jury's still out, but appreciate you watching anyway. So today we're gonna do ourselves a review. I just got me some new shoes, got me some new Pirelli Angel GTs. So before I go into the actual review, I just want to say how long it took for me to actually think about and do this. It's like a year. Like, I wasn't going to review the tires as soon as I got them because it doesn't make sense. I haven't had any time to ride on them and experiment and see why I like them. But I kind of had an inside track because I've had these tires before in my 2013 Ninja 650. I think I actually bought them twice for that bike as well. So now this is my fourth set of Pirelli Angel GTs. The light is green. Lady, pay attention in life. And I won't say yeah, buddy. These tires are freaking awesome. Now, mind you, my last set, the set I just changed like yesterday, lasted me about 11,800 miles. I could have pushed it a little bit more, maybe about 12,000, 12,500, but they were starting to lose a little bit more tread than I was comfortable with because they had already started to wear down, if I could speak. And I already had two patches in the rear tire. Two. I got one patch at about 2,000 miles, and then I got another patch at about another 1,000, like 3,000 miles. If I had bought new tires both those times, because I was just lucky that week, I'd have been really pissed off because that'd have been a lot of money. So, with two patches in the rear, no patches in the front, these tires lasted me almost 12,000 miles with my particular riding style. I do not ride super aggressive. I ride easy, moderate to somewhat aggressive. I would not advise these for super aggressive riders because they might not have a sticky enough compound for you if you're taking these to the track. I don't know. I can't speak to that because I've never taken this bike to the track. Yes, I'm a disgrace to the riding community. You'll get over it. Maybe next year I'll go to the track. Anywho, I'm trying to scrub these puppies in right now, get them over about that 100-mile mark before I start to get aggressive for my style. But even out of the box, out of the gate, out of the garage today, man, these tires feel so freaking good. They even had that nice like squeegee sound when I was turning the bike in the garage. They like squeak because it was like new rubber. It was freaking awesome. Anywho, my old tires, like I said, lasted me 11.8. And they were just starting to get a little too worn for my taste. You know, my transitions from left to right, my turns started to suck. God, that car was close. And it was just, I don't want to say it was becoming unsafe, but it could be unsafe had I continued to ride those tires for very much longer. So you can actually see, of course I'm going to put the video in where I'm describing what I'm talking about, as I always do. You can actually see where the tire compound, the center line, was starting to be very noticeable as compared to the side wall compound. Like the left and right sides, I have a dual compound tire. The left and right sides are made of a softer material for, of course, your turns and corners and all that such. And the center compound on both front and rear is made of a harder material for those of us who ride and commute every day to work like I do. As a commuter tire, this tire is awesome. Like I said, I got no experience with the Trek on these tires. They would be cool, I think, because they are Pirelli's, and Pirelli is a very good brand. And these tires out the gate have good stickiness. They were almost slicks by the time I decided to change them. Like, I had some tread, but they were getting too slick in certain areas as opposed to other. They were more slick down the middle, of course, because I commute. And you know, some people say, oh yeah, you know, you got slicks now, you can just go ahead and take them to the track. No, these were slicks in the way that a balloon is compared to a bowling ball. So if my tires became slicks, the material would be far too thin to perform properly. Actual racing slicks are made of a much stickier and thicker material, whereas these wore down to being slicks instead of manufactured that way and would have no tread life for me to even enjoy on the track. So that would be equivalent to trying to run in church shoes. That ain't fun. So I did not decide to do that. I wanted to try and do my first burnout, but nah, I didn't want all that stickiness up under my undertail, as no man should. So if you're deciding on tires, I do recommend these tires. They lasted me a very long time for my riding style. A bunch of my buddies decided to go for the Michelin's, the Pilot Road 5s, which seem pretty cool, but it's like 3 of my dudes got them, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna just stick with my brand. Plus, I got them for a local store here at Michigan Sport Bike Track Gear. They do ship all over. they got a military discount, and I had $11 in-store credit because I purchased from them before. So I got out the door price for 2-day shipping for about $300, which is not bad compared to the fact that I had to pay a third of that just to get them mounted at the dealer. Like, I took them off my bike because I know how to do that. If I had the tools, I would have mounted them to the rim and balanced them myself, but I wanted a quick turnaround, dropped them off at Macomb Power Sports as I usually do, because I do patronize Macomb Power Sports quite a lot, because this is where I got this puppy from. And don't mind the fact that I can't shift while talking. We're just going to ignore that. So I'm both trying not to die and get, like, traffic in Detroit sometimes not only boggles the mind, it just makes you want to start over, because this street is too short to have a light right here. It just causes all kind of backups. These tires are awesome. They do allow for very good traction, and good traction is very important when you're trying to take off, obviously, but it's also very important when you're trying to stop. It's not only a part of your acceleration, it's all a part of your deceleration and stopping mechanisms, because if you have a problem stopping and you check your brakes, like, my brakes are fine. You need to check your tires. If your tire's adhesion to the road is compromised, then you will feel like your brakes are going out because your wheel is continuing to slide forward or move forward because your tire no longer has enough grip to sustain the friction that you would need to stop your bike. And me being 215 pounds plus a 465-pound bike, I need some stopping power, and these puppies will do that. And God, I cannot shift today. As for going, when it's time to go, I've never spun these tires out. They stick very well. It does not take them very long to warm up comparatively. Within a few minutes, I'm not really sure on the distance, maybe, 5-10 minutes. These things are at pretty much their maximum stickiness on a normal, fairly warm day. When it gets to be like 50 and below, it takes them a little bit longer to warm up, of course, because the ground that they are warming up on is also cold. But once they are at a fairly nice operating temperature, they perform very well. Today, on these new tires, turning this bike is like freaking butter. I turned so sharply when I was coming out of my garage. I was like, I'm a better rider now, which I'm not. But the tires, man, they made me feel so good. So if you're going ahead trying to get you some new tires, I do recommend these. I do ride these tires in the rain because I'm a rain rider, as you've seen for some of my other videos. And of course, I'm going to put the video link for my patches up for those of you who do not believe in patches. Of course, that is a personal choice. Up to you if you want to patch your tire. I had mine professionally done at a dealership motorcycle shop from the inside, and they lasted for another 9,000 miles over the original tire. So I had the original tire for like 2,000, patched for another 1,000, patched again, and then total life of the tire that I own, 11,800 miles. Ridiculous. And the patches held up, not a leak, not once. Only had that occasional loss of PSI because the temperature changed, but that was not due to a leak. I always did the soap test. After a while, I forgot I even had the patches, because after a while I didn't even care. If you've ever looked at my Instagram, I'm gonna poop that in, of course. I have put my bike in some precarious places. Like, I ran up through gravel. At one point, I was like, screw it. I just rolled through a field. Didn't even care, because I was like, whatever, my tire's gonna die. I'll just get another one, because at the time, I did have the funds, as opposed to when I first got my tires patched, I did not. So, I'm done yapping. I'm gonna hunt for more murals. Trying to finish out this season strong with some new tires. I could have waited till the next season, but I didn't have to, so I didn't. Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.